I feel like our podcasts are gonna have like a deep mythology behind them when we get to season 6, finally.
Right.
If someone just listens to season 6, episode 7, Chicken Boy. It's a working title.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on here?
When you're having a bad day, all you want to do is have a laugh. Well, here's a treat for you. The boys are here, and we can't wait to turn your day from gross to great. We're the Soy Boys. Soy great.
Who's that guy? Mr. Krabs.
What's he doing?
Pinching nipples.
Get away from me. Hey guys, welcome to the Soy Boys podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm not. I'm Paul.
And this is the Soy Boys podcast where we cook while we're talking, but we don't necessarily talk about cooking.
Look at you doing your first intro.
Yeah, I usually...
I'll edit this episode.
Okay.
No. Because I want to produce good content. Oh, wow. Guys.
Was that a drag on me?
No, it was a drag on me.
Oh, okay. I was like...
No, I don't. No, I'm saying I don't want to edit it because I want our content to be good. And you're a great editor.
Yeah.
I would suck it.
I could teach you.
I'm good.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, guys.
I don't know what happened to us today. We spent a long time earlier together just being loopy, and then we took a break, and then we played Tetris next to each other, and then we started recording episode 8 of the Soy Boys podcast entitled Nipple Pinching. No, please don't title it that.
We'll see what happens. We have to say something funnier now.
Something funnier now. That's the title, please. I love it.
We'll see. Maybe something different will happen.
Nicholas, what's on your menu this evening in sunny New York State?
It's dark outside.
What you making?
I'm making some pancakes.
So exciting.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited. They'll be yum. They'll be yum.
You get paid the big bucks.
Don't get paid yet. Support us on Patreon.
Maybe by episode 8 we'll have a Patreon. This is gonna go up in April?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. What is the problem?
I don't know.
I mean, we're gonna have some great content, but boy oh boy are we gonna struggle making it. I'm laughing so hard my throat hurts.
My throat hurts from doing
what?
Carol.
Who's Carol?
Channing.
And why you been doing her?
Round and around you go.
If she was here right now, what do you think she would think of us?
I think she would probably punch us in the throat.
That's what she's doing right now.
I know. This is karma. I might throw some bananas on top. What are you making?
Of Carol? Of your pancakes. Making banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now. Name that singer-songwriter.
That's Sarah Bareilles.
It is Sarah Bareilles! Oh my god! You got it right! We have... I've just totally mashed this out, but I don't care because we just reached a fun moment in the Name That game when it is the person, because I was thinking no matter what Nick says, I'm gonna say it's Sarah Bareilles. Why are you doing this? That's what happens. If like, I'm thinking the musical is gonna be Hair, and you say Hair, then that's the musical it's from, because it's wrong anyway. That's what happens. So, Carol Channing, Sarah Bareilles wrote the song Banana Pancakes by Jack Johnson. And we had a laugh over
Congrats, Sarah. This has actually never happened for me
No,
before.
it's not. I was hoping it would happen on air first.
Yeah.
Air on the side of caution, am I right?
Yeah. What's on the menu for you, Mr. Gary?
That's me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook some chicken thighs.
Chicken thighs.
Yeah. I'm going to cook some chicken thighs because I leave New York in a few days.
No.
I'm going to be gone for a long time. And I've got some things that I need to cook, so I'm going to hodgepodge together like some chicken bits. I was going to bake these chicken thighs, but it's going to take 40 minutes, and I don't want it to take that long. So I'm just going to chop up some veggies and cook it and just do some chicken and season it all real well, and it's going to be great.
Cute.
Some zucchini, some spinach. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I love spinach.
It's true.
And I think I have a green pepper left. Oh, I have 2 green peppers and a red pepper. But I don't want to chop that much. I think it's going to be chicken and green stuff. So zucchini and
Title of the
spinach.
episode.
Chicken and green stuff. Yeah, because you're making that chicken and green stuff.
Mm.
We're gonna drink some water in this pause. We're doing great.
We already have too much content.
Too much content. I'm gonna get my shit out of the fridge. Nicholas, what's on your mind today? Once again, we've been all over the place, but we've seen each other a bunch. So I know like what your day's gone like because I was in it.
Right. What is on my mind? I don't know. I had work today.
And how was it?
It was fine. I got out an hour earlier than I thought I would.
Sports to that.
Which was fun. And it was like an averagely busy day today, which I don't really care about because I don't make tips.
Sure.
But the hosts were happy because the last couple days have been super dead because of, I think because of the snow.
Probably. It hasn't been like crazy cold, but I walked outside in that snow yesterday at like 3 p.m. and it was really rough.
Yeah.
It was a rough time.
On
Yeah, boy!
Okay, I need...
Make you banana pancakes. Okay, I'm gonna do some garlic. Well,
oil?
what's that?
I don't need oil.
Just water? Just milk?
Just water. I don't need milk. Why did I buy milk?
Well, I used it for my mac and cheese yesterday.
Oh, that's great. I'm literally never going to use that.
Well, I could have put it on my coffee earlier, but I was saving it for you! Colin will use it when he's here.
Yeah.
When does it expire? March 1st.
Great. Colin won't use it when he's here. Sorry, Colin, you can't use my milk. Well, sorry, Colin, you didn't use my milk. He left. Past tense. Okay,
great.
I just need an egg.
I just need an egg.
I just need an egg.
I'm gonna use, not the rest of this garlic, but I'm gonna use a fair chunk of it. Cute. I love a chunk.
I started saying that because of work.
Chunk. Cute.
Chunk. I just walk around calling people chunks.
In my last show, I had to talk about a man named Chunk. Chunk Lloyd. I thought you were gonna throw that at me, that's why I winced. Are you shaking your egg?
Yeah, scrambling it. Pre-scramble.
Oh, okay. Is that real?
No.
Great. Chunk Lloyd.
It's just like not a large egg.
No, it's like a medium-sized egg. I'm not gonna do a ton of garlic, because I don't wanna.
Great.
The thing, chicken thighs, I cooked chicken thighs, like, well, for the first time ever here, like a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And they are inherently very fatty. They've got a lot of natural flavor to them. So I'm going to kind of use that. I guess I might cook the chicken first, but I'm going to cut everything first. I'm just kind of monologuing, which I guess I could have specified because we are recording a podcast right now. Nick, what's on your mind? I don't know who I am anymore, so I'm going to let you talk.
You know what? You know what I want to say? What's on my mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, Nick.
Okay.
Who are these guys?
I don't know. They're really mad though. Where are my kitty scissors?
I could throw them in the trash for you because that's where they'll be most effective. I did use them a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I saw.
But I didn't want to get the other ones out of the fridge, pantry,
aren't you
drawer.
glad that I have them then?
No.
Okay.
Because I grew up using regular scissors like an adult when I was 8 years old.
I also grew up using regular scissors, but I like to be a child sometimes.
Eat whimsical. We eat 3 pints of ice cream a week.
1 3/4 cup.
I just dropped my garlic in the floor.
Oh, cute.
We are a mess today.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm gonna put this in the compost.
Here's what I want to talk about.
Just lay it on me.
So I work in a restaurant.
You do.
I'm a host at a restaurant. I'm not going to say what restaurant because
Sure.
I want to keep working there.
Oh, God.
No, I'm not going to say anything about the restaurant.
Okay. But just in general.
But just about the service industry in general.
Okay.
My entire life, I have never walked into a restaurant and after the host sat me down, I say, you know what? I really don't want this table.
You've never said that once.
No. Because usually because I don't think about it and I don't really care where I sit.
Oh, God, this garlic. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's fermented. You got some black garlic.
Brad Leone?
Brad? Did we do it right?
So, you're talking about garlic.
Yeah, I am talking about garlic. But now that I work in a restaurant, as a host, I know that the host sat you there
for a reason. Yeah.
We're not just like willy-nilly telling people to sit at certain tables.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah, willy-nilly.
We wouldn't do it willy-nilly.
We never willy any nillies.
Oh, right.
I don't know who that guy is. I need more mix. I just put it away.
I need more allowance!
But it's so frustrating especially when it's busy, and you're like, especially if you don't have a reservation.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a reservation, and you're like, I really want a booth, I'll be like, okay. But if you walk in and I show you to a table, and we're busy, and you're like, I don't want this table, that makes me not like you.
The audacity, like, not recognizing even that you're busy and that you, as a host, have other things you need to do, like seating other people and going back to the chart. I haven't been a host ever, but
right.
I know that it's hard, especially, like, if I walk into a restaurant that's really busy and it takes a second to get seated, I take whatever table, even if it's the smallest two-person table ever, and I have no room on either side. I know that I'm there for a reason, and that the host is only doing their job, and you know what? I say, thank you, I will eat my pad thai right here.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. But every day, like, maybe a quarter of the people who come into the restaurant, we sit them and they go, I don't
A quarter of the people, really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And it's...
What do you do?
Well, that's the thing. When someone does that, I'm not allowed to just go, like...
Can you just stomach it for this meal, please?
Yeah, well, no, I'm definitely not allowed to say that, but I'm not allowed to just be like, oh yeah, you can have this table. I have to go back and ask we have a reservationist. They're the ones who, like...
Make the reservation.
No, well, kind of. They're the ones who, like, plot who goes at what table. I just walk people to the
and
table.
the menus, and you're like, alright, this is you.
Right. And so, whenever they do that, and they're like, oh, you don't want to sit here, I have to, like, leave them in the middle of the restaurant, go. Yeah. I mean, they could walk back with me, but, like...
They don't want to.
Most of the time we say, you can have the other tables. But, yeah, and today this woman walks in, and I show her to her table, and she goes, oh, we need a quieter table. And then she, like, the guy that we were going to have her sit next to, she, like, works with or knows somehow. And then she starts talking to him, and she's like, oh, yeah, okay, we're going to need another table. And I'm like, okay. And I just wanted to say no. But I didn't get to. I'm taking my frustrations out on the bad.
I was going to say, if you guys could see how vigorously Nick is whisking right now with his whisk. I'm just chopping some zucchini over here, folks. We're just doing it.
Yeah. What's on your mind today, Paul?
I started working on a bit of a personal project, and I don't want to release too much of it. I'm writing kind of a personal essay kind of deal that I'm going to submit to, like, BuzzFeed and some other writing sources because, one, I think people will enjoy it because of the subject matter, but two, because I'm already proud of what I've written. I haven't written something that wasn't a play or, like, a cover letter or an email since college. It's been a couple of years. And I chose to write this in, like, personal essay style, and if I use sources, I'm going to cite them. And I just got really excited about writing today, writing things not in theater. I'm a playwright. I've written a couple of things, but it's just been a while. What's that?
This is a ladle.
Okay.
I
know it's a ladle, but you're holding it in my face like you're going to bash me with it.
This is a throwback to episode 1.
When I was brandishing a knife in your face. Roll the clip! So episode 1, because I know I don't want to have to do that to you.
Oh, I just leave in roll the clip and then don't put a clip in.
That's amazing. The gold standard.
Yeah. So your personal essay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about what it's about just yet, because I don't have it fully fleshed out, but I know it's going to involve children's television and how that impacted me and how I see the world as an adult.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Especially because I honestly don't know how it's going to turn out. You know the easiest way to get this middle bit out of a green pepper? Just grab it.
Paul is just like gutting this pepper like he's like ripping the seeds out of a pumpkin.
I thought you were going to go for a much more aggressive symbol.
Like he's ripping out someone's heart.
I've done that before.
Have you seen Have you seen Indiana Jones?
I haven't seen Temple of Doom. I've seen the others.
That's the one that you needed to see.
Well, Nick.
Oh, man.
I love a blender.
That's the title of the episode?
I love a blender.
Yeah, You know what the title of the episode is?
Title of show.
That's the title of the
That's the
episode.
title of the episode. Dear future Nick, here's a few
Dear
things.
future Nick. When
Whoa.
all about that. Can you calm down, please?
I don't know. Can anyone? Is anyone okay?
Is anybody?
Is anybody see? Is anybody can't still look at me? Dear Russian Hanson.
Dear Russian Hanson.
There's a couple things you got to know.
Wow. See my trees. Anyway, that's gonna be cut. Oh no.
How are your cakes?
They're about to be cooked.
You're working on the pan part of that.
Yeah, I'm greasing the pan.
Over here chopping a green bell pepper, folks.
I
like to do a Maddie Matheson impression.
You know when, Jesus Christ.
It's okay.
You know when, All About That Bass dropped?
Yeah,
Did you see?
when the bass dropped?
Yeah. No, the song, made popular by Peggy Trainor.
Married to Daryl Sabera of Spy Kids fame.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
I love this.
Everyone was sharing this meme that was like, remember Martha from High School Musical?
Look
This
at
is
her now. Yeah.
And, like, it's not her. That was a bad story. Okay, moving on.
Is that the whole story?
That's the whole story.
Well, I didn't say anything because I thought that you were going to do something else with it.
No,
I thought you were
it.
going to say, and people got really mad that they were comparing Meghan Trainor to Martha Cox.
No, that's it. This is a big-ass pancake.
I love pancakes.
I do too. Here's the thing. I've actually never made my own pancakes before.
You're doing it right now for the first time on
This
air?
is my first time.
Dude!
Last time I made... What did I make last time? A burger for the first time? No,
You're just doing it.
I'm just doing it. I'm giving myself so much glory. I just have to bleep everything.
Well, this episode's going to be pretty difficult to edit anyway because we are off the wall.
Yeah.
No drugs, no alcohol, just high on life. Call me Soda Pop Curtis. Okay. Can I have some oil?
Some Earl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have some Earl?
Should I just make all these pancakes and freeze them?
Freeze cakes.
Freeze cakes.
I think you should turn it. Because it's bubbling and the underside's starting to brown a little bit.
Oh, holy. Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at that. I've made pancakes a couple of times. I don't have a lot of experience.
There's a little splatter.
Some splatter cake.
Okay, you know first pancake syndrome?
Yeah.
That didn't have it.
It's going to happen with the second
it's
pancake.
like... Yeah, you're right. It's a little like... It's not perfectly circular.
Yeah.
But she's still...
What is in this economy?
Exactly.
I'm just going to chop a couple of these thighs.
Yeah. Bunch of thighs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that all that's on today, Paul?
What did we talk about? I don't remember. I think I blacked out.
Should we go into some viewer questions?
We should go into some viewer questions.
For this audio podcast, listen to what the viewers have to say?
Yeah, let's look at what the viewers have to say, but don't tell them.
This question comes from Janelle. You might remember Janelle from last week when
She's
she
your
asked...
mommy.
She is my mommy.
Oh,
She
I
asked
hated that.
about... How's this side looking? Okay, there's first pancake syndrome.
Did it burn?
Not really, it just
Looks gross.
looks gross. Do I have to, like, re-oil this between every...
No, you shouldn't have to.
Okay.
In theory. But maybe you will.
Okay.
That was rude of me.
Janelle asked the video game question.
Yes. Janelle.
Today, she asks, what impressions do you do?
Oh, buddy.
Give a sample.
Oh, man. Well, we could do this forever.
I know it. Paul, let's just go back and forth.
Okay, cool. I mean, here's my problem. I'm going to go ahead and tell you straight up. When people ask about my impressions, I always forget the impressions I do. So I feel like I'm going to have to rely on you telling me what you've heard me do.
Mm-hmm. I think this pancake is going to come out horribly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. I just have a feeling.
You got a feeling.
Hit me with an impression, Paul.
Hit me with impression! That's not my impression, it's just cool.
That's gonna blow out. That did blow out the mic.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not. Just...
Oh my god!
What's your impression?
I'm really struggling with these chickens.
Oh my god. I do Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, yeah.
I like the way he says burgers.
Mm-hmm.
You're my family and I love you, but you're all terrible at what you do here. He goes,
Mhm.
terrible. You're all terrible at what you do here.
That's Bob.
Great.
What do you have?
My go-to is Kermit the Frog. Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Yep.
And what's on the other side?
I've been working on a little Pete from the Goofy universe.
Oh.
Well, Goof. Give me something to say, because I forget what he says.
I don't know.
Okay.
For those who don't know me personally,
here we go. Have we not talked about this?
We haven't. I am obsessed with Goofy.
He's the biggest Goofy fan I've ever met and probably will ever meet.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? I know we've touched on that in our past, but not for our podcast.
My family goes to Disney a lot, and the first time I went to Disney, my mom had all of us pick a little. It was back when Beanie Babies were a big, huge thing.
Oh yeah.
And Disney was doing their version of Beanie Babies, where all the Disney characters would be in different costumes.
Yeah.
And my first one that I picked was Goofy, and then I just started collecting all the Goofy ones.
You've got a lot of memorabilia.
I do. I have Goofy cologne.
You've got a tattoo.
I have a Goofy tattoo.
You've got a hat, and I've seen a nice, a little jumper. Cutting chicken thighs is next to impossible. It's so difficult. I was going to cut 3, but I'm just going to do 2.
Great.
Great.
I have, I think 17 Goofy shirts.
Yep.
And over 40 Goofy plushes.
Wow.
And then other various Goofy memorabilia.
Maxie!
So I have been working on a Goofy.
Lay it on me.
Gosh! Maxie!
Maxie! He goes, Maxie! Sometimes he just goes, Maxie, you know?
Yeah, Maxie!
It's all about the Maxie!
Oh boy! Yes, you do.
We
both do a little
oh boy! But what terrifies me is your Minnie Mouse impression.
Oh, Mickey!
I'm vomiting everywhere. What you can't see, folk, because you're listening, is I'm vomiting everywhere.
Yeah, I just discovered recently that I have a decent Minnie.
Oh, Mickey!
But it's only saying the one thing. That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
Okay, can we figure out the
I
stove
also
situation?
have the laugh. I have the Minnie laugh.
What can you do?
Oh, Mickey!
I forgot the bit about the laugh. I was like, I've never heard you do the laugh. That's because you don't.
See, what you're missing here, folks, is I would do my best impression at a Minnie laugh, and Gary...
You and everyone else in my life, Gary, Paul, at my college graduation, they said Paul Gray. I'm wounded.
That's never happened before.
And it's never going to happen again.
You're right. You're right.
Is it, Nicholas?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So
Nicholas.
Paul would say, that just sounds like the giggles from Spy Kids. And so I gave her a better laugh.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Okay, hit me with another impression.
Okay, I have I don't remember his name, John Fogerty, from Creedence Clearwater Revival. Have you ever heard the song, have you ever seen The Rain? You probably heard it. Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time.
Nice.
That's it.
I do Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Hi, everybody!
I have seen one episode of The Simpsons.
That's right. I forgot that you're right.
It's okay. I mean, I'm not mad at you for any reason.
I'm trying to think if I do anyone from Family Guy. You
Peter.
go. It's your turn.
Hey, Peter. I'm Joe Swanson. I'm a handicapped.
he just kind of
Handicapped.
he just kind of falls off there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna burn. It's a little,
bad.
but it's fine. I mean, pancakes
It's my
are
first
pancakes.
time, Paul.
You're doing great.
Thanks so much.
It's your first time.
Who else do I do?
Oh, no.
We've covered Big Mouth.
Oh, hi, Andrew!
Oh, hey, Andrew.
Oh, hi, Andrew!
That's too high.
Oh, hi, Andrew!
Oh, hi, Andrew. Oh, Nathan Fillion. Oh, boy. Missy Mouse is what
Missy
her name is.
Mouse.
That's
a
can
little
we both do our
uncomfortable.
Donald Duck at the same time?
Yes. 3, 2, 1. Have fun editing that.
That's stupid. Yeah, bitch.
Do we need to bleep bitch?
No.
Oh, you do your Coach Steve.
I don't know, kids. I'm just Coach Steve, and this is my girlfriend, Louise Things. Trying to remember.
I feel like
I definitely do other impressions.
I do a couple more as well, I think.
We each do some musical theater impressions, I think.
Yeah, hit me with yours.
I'm trying to remember well, you're smoking there. And you're on a low setting. I don't know what the problem is.
She's just ornery.
Ornery. Let me think. We each do a lot of impressions.
We do.
Ask not. I was just trying to do a JFK like off the cuff, and it was not going to go well. So I stopped. What your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Steve as JFK.
No.
Okay.
I'm Andrew from Big Mouth, and I'm just upset about most things all the time. Oh, Missy. I can't just keep doing Big Mouth impressions.
You could.
You could. Okay, I'm just gonna let this chicken sit for a second.
Yeah.
Because I just have to wait for it to release from the pan. Impressions. I'm trying to think of like big ones that people would know.
I'll be back.
Sure.
Probably the worst Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. The worst
Okay.
worst I've ever heard.
Okay.
I used to do a Robin Williams.
Yeah.
But it was scripted. I did a Robin Williams one-man show in college. I took a one-man show class, and I wrote mine about Robin Williams, and I developed an impression. But it was kind of a harrowing experience because I forgot most of my lines in the middle of the show.
Great.
And it was just me. And Robin Williams moved very quickly when he would perform.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody in the class noticed, I'm just going to script this up. I don't have time. That's fine.
I don't have time. We do have time. It's our herbs.
The boys! You ever watch Andy Griffith?
No.
Great. I don't know. I feel like a lot of my impressions growing up were just the ones that my dad did.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
And when my dad met George H.W. Bush, there was another guy in the group who was from Cincinnati, and Bush said, "Cincy, got good chili down there." That's a Gary family phrase. Family favorite phrase.
No, it's a Paul family.
Paul.
Oh, Paul Gary, not Gary Paul.
I'm going to murder you. That's not true. I'm going to move before I can.
Okay, don't go.
So to answer your question, Janelle.
Yep, Linda.
Well, I don't know the impressions I do.
Wait, do I do any Bob's Burgers?
Alright! Family game night! I feel like...
That's just more like a drag queen.
Alright! Let me think.
I think that's most of them. I think we touched the highlights.
Yeah, I can do a Captain Falcon. Show me your moves! Falcon punch!
I do Curdy.
Hi!
Oh, God. That's what Pikachu sounds like. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
This is upbeat.
Listen, Janelle. The point is, we forget sometimes. I do an impression of my coworker, Jackson.
Yeah?
Can I tell the Jackson story?
Please do.
Okay, so I work with this dude, I guess I technically still work with this dude named Jackson, who's just the greatest, and sort of talks like an old film star, and he does these bits if he knows there are people listening, and he's very funny, so I'm going to do a Jackson bit. I realize now that if you don't know him, this entertainment value as an impression won't be much, because it's an impression of someone
It's a
you
good
don't know.
story, though.
So recently I've stopped going to church. But I've started listening to church on the radio. I was listening the other day with my roommate Dan, and the preacher, he said this. He said, "I want you to put one hand on the radio, and the other hand on the part of your body that needs the most healing." So this is what I did. I put my right hand on the radio, and my left hand on my heart. And Dan, he put his right hand on the radio, and he put his left hand on his Johnson. And I said, "Dan, they're trying to heal the sick, not raise the dead." That's just a fun little Jackson joke. Jackson, if you ever listen to this podcast, how are you doing?
Great!
So that's our impressions.
Those are, I think, every single impression that we've ever done. That's a lie.
I know I do more.
We've done more on this podcast.
That's
already.
true. So yeah, we pay our
We
dues.
did Carol earlier today. We do, what's his name?
I did an Andrew Rannells yesterday.
I tried to do an Andrew Rannells, it didn't.
Hey, you guys!
Yeah.
Squirtle, Pikachu!
What?
Come on! He used to voice for a bunch of anime type shows.
Oh.
He was on Street Sharks.
I am.
Hola!
That was my Dora.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, I was wondering if you were kidding.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were kidding.
Is that your knee impression?
Yes.
Hi guys, I'm Nick.
Really good.
Thank you.
So I'm just plating now, because
Sure.
I made pancakes.
We're both going pretty well. We're both going pretty well. I'm gonna throw some spinach into this because I was making. Ooh. Great. I was making some food a while ago and had spinach out and forgot to put it in. Let's go on to our other questions.
So this is gonna be a little something like slightly different.
Yeah.
Right?
So in searching for questions from our family and friends, I got a bunch of like short preferential questions. And I think Nick got some too, so we're going to do a lightning round. Nick's going to ask me some questions that I'm going to answer very quickly, and I'm going to ask Nick some questions that he's going to answer very quickly.
So to clarify, we're not answering our own questions.
No. I mean,
Okay.
we can after the fact, but I've seen my questions, you've seen yours. It's not really lightning round. I can tell you my answers to these questions.
How many questions do you have?
I have 9 questions.
Okay, I have 3. I can maybe get a 4th.
Okay.
I'm gonna chop up a banana.
I think you should. So where are you in your cooking process at the moment?
I am plating. I just spread some peanut butter on top of one of the pancakes. I'm doing a peanut butter banana.
You could do that with like the whole stack. Like
Well,
the top one.
I'm gonna layer. I'm not gonna eat that many pancakes in one sitting.
Right,
I'll maybe
that's a
revisit
lot.
them tonight.
Wow, look at this. This nice little saute I've got going here. Thank
I
you
did
for
look.
looking. Oh, we have fun. We have fun, you know? We have fun.
I have 3 questions, maybe a 4th.
Okay.
So maybe you do 2 and I'll do 1.
Great. Oh, also, on the side of this, I just made some from Trader Joe's. Oh, God. My zucchini made me cough. Choke. Anyway. Coke. I could go for a Coca-Cola, but I don't drink soda anymore.
And they don't give us money, so...
If we're not sponsored yet, so Coca-Cola. One of the potential questions for this lightning round was, what's your favorite soda in the World of Coke global room? But I asked Nick before this episode, and he said he'd never been to the World of Coke. Or Atlanta as a whole.
That's true.
So, I mean, you gotta go. It's so fun. You get to hear the history of Coca-Cola, not only as a drink, but as like a marketing campaign, because it's fascinating. And at the end, they've got a room where, since you've already paid for admission to the museum, you get to try different kinds of Coke from all over the world. There's your regular Cokes, but also there's like a European section, a South America section, and an Asian section and an African section, and it's just a great time had by all. So I highly recommend it.
Great.
But that's not in our wheelhouse right now. What was I saying before? Oh, I was talking about Trader Joe's. Also, tonight, I'm going to have a piece of beer bread that I made last night from a Trader Joe's box mix that was so easy. All I had to do was add a bottle of beer to this mix, pour it into a greased loaf pan, and then top with melted butter and bake for 50 minutes, and it turned out some of the best bread I've ever had.
It's
so
great.
I'm going to have some of that on the side. I also put some cheese in there. And I'm very, that looks like that looks like,
It's a hearty stack.
it's a hearty stack of like mom and pop.
This is compostable, correct?
Yes, banana peel. Mom and pop diner specialty peanut butter banana pancakes. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, bud. I'm going to top it with some...
Nick, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Paper or plastic?
Paper.
What's your favorite soda?
Fanta orange.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
What is tahini?
A fish?
How many licks does it take to get the center of Tootsie Pop?
Like 204, I think.
What's your favorite pet that you've ever met of someone else's?
My Jackson's dog Sky.
If you were a board game, which board game would you be?
Oh, shoot. That's a tough question.
We can go past it.
Come back.
Okay, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or a 100 duck-sized horses?
One horse-sized duck.
Which is a better movie, Holes or National Treasure?
National Treasure.
And if you were a board game, which one would you be?
I think... Okay. Takanoko. Here's the thing.
I don't know that game.
I love board games
Yes.
so much. I have a hearty collection of board games. And so that's why that was a very difficult question for me.
Sure.
Okay, are you ready for your lightning round?
Yes, I'm gonna cut a piece of bread while you do that.
Okay. What keeps you up at night?
Success.
Who hurt you?
Me.
Do you believe in life after love?
Yes.
And one more.
I love Cher. Love Mamma Mia too. Here we
Can
go
you
again.
track your degrees of Kevin Bacon?
I can try.
Okay, go.
Oh, I just said I could try.
Oh,
Okay, let's clarify this. Like, from me to him.
Yeah.
Okay. No, wait just a second. Okay. Let me clarify the rules of this game. Like, I have to have a connection to somebody who has a connection to him in some way. Does it matter what it is?
Nah.
My roommate, Nick, played Ren in two productions of the musical Footloose, based on the movie Footloose, in which Kevin Bacon played the role of Ren.
Brilliant.
That is me to Kevin and Kevin to me. I love Kevin Bacon.
Kevin?
We're not sponsored
Come
yet, so
over, Kevin.
Come over, Kevin. Look at that plate of chicken and veggies, and look at that. It looks like a pound cake. That's what this looks like. Oh my god. Or do we run a restaurant?
Yeah. Gordon?
Do you want to unpack any of your answers from your lightning round?
Yes.
Okay,
My
let's-
Takanoko answer.
Find it. No, that's not it. I think you might have put it on the thing. Yeah, there we go. Takanoko. Okay, it's a tabletop game. I've never heard of it. What is it?
It's, you play as a panda. No, okay, you play as, you're a gardener
Okay.
for the Emperor of China, I believe.
Sure.
And you are trying to get the garden to be perfect, but there's a panda that comes in and tries to eat all the bamboo.
Can't do that.
Right, and so you take turns playing as the panda and as the gardener, and you get points for like growing a certain color of bamboo, a certain height, and you get points for the panda eating a certain number of a certain color of bamboo.
Right.
And it's just very colorful and fun, and I like the art style, and I like to eat, so I relate to the band.
That's amazing.
To the panda. Are there any that you want to unpack?
I don't remember what I said. What keeps
hurt
you up at
you.
night? I hurt me. I think in a way. Unless you have some like political adversary. I think everyone's worst enemy is themselves.
Mhm.
I think the worst things that have happened to me in my life happened because I, in a way, did them to myself. I think
Right.
everybody's kind of that way.
I think so too.
What keeps me up at night? Success. I've been thinking a lot about career lately and what I want to do next, and that has actually kept me up. Not in like a negative way. I haven't really been worrying, but mostly making plans and thinking what's going to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
And do I believe in life after love? Yeah, because I think everyone's been in love and had an issue with that love and survived after it. And
Exactly.
gone on to love another day.
Hell yeah.
Also, I love Cher. I don't know a lot about Cher's discography, but I'm a big Mamma Mia fan. So,
Well,
Well,
shall we postmortem?
let's have a postmortem. So at the end of our shows, podcasts, at the end of our podcast, we like to have a little postmortem and talk about what we learned in making our specific dishes. Nick, what did you learn tonight making your cakes in a pan?
I did need to grease the pan between each pancake.
Cool.
But I think that's because I wish I had, like, spray grease.
Great. Yeah.
It would have been so much easier, and I think it would have made better pancakes, because I was using canola oil, which was fine, and they turned out fine, but I think the spray, anytime I've seen it, that's how they come out, and I feel like they usually come out better.
But they look so good.
They do look great, and they're a little misshapen, but aren't we all?
Do you believe in life after love?
I do.
Wow.
What did you learn today, Paul?
I learned to make the most of what you have, because this is a full meal just kind of cobbled together from what I have, and I don't normally do that. I normally get overwhelmed. But also, I normally have a full day of work before cooking an evening meal, so... Right, today I had time. And also I learned to make changes on the fly, because right before we started recording, like literally a minute before we started recording, I was looking up cooking times for chicken thighs, and it took it's supposed to take 40 minutes or so, and I hadn't made a spice blend or like preheated the oven or anything, so I just decided to cut them up, which was difficult, but I've cooked chicken often enough that I knew how to do it. So I have my sauteed veggies, and I've got some chicken thighs, which are going to taste so good, and I have a nice slice of Trader Joe's beer bread, made with Michelob Ultra Golden Edition.
Oh.
It looks like pee. Because when I was making the bread yesterday, I poured the beer into the bowl first, and it just looked like bathroom's empty, like there's no public bathroom, I gotta go, and I have this bowl, so we're doing it.
Great.
And I'm gonna eat that bread.
I have eaten some of that bread already.
It's really good.
It is very good.
You can have some if you want.
I'm gonna go through these pancakes first.
Great.
I think they're gonna destroy me.
It
So
looks
with that,
good. With that, thank you for listening to the Soy Boys the podcast. We're having a lot of fun making it. We're kind of winding down to the end of our season here, but as always, we appreciate. Always. What happened just now was I was going to transition to my next point, and I didn't have one. So that's fun. That's
So,
where are you going? I don't know. I left some spices over by the window, and I was going to put them back, and then I realized, okay. Hey, future Nick.
Hey,
We've talked to you a lot.
We
Maybe
have.
that's the name of the episode.
Hey,
Maybe that's the
Nick.
name of the episode. Maybe that's the name of the episode. You guys
Yes.
decide. Let us know. And as always, cook brave. Wow. I can't with you.
We're the Soy Boys. Soy great.